Evil Part 2. Evil Part 2. Now, yeah, I mean, just getting more into depth about evil. Yeah, I mean, it is a very relevant thing. And it will continue, regardless of what you think, regardless of what I think and all this stuff or feel, rather. It doesn't even matter. Is what I'm telling you. Like, this has nothing to do with me. That's what I'm trying to tell you, too. Evil will continue, though, is what I'm trying to tell you, and I know this by the Spirit of God. And yeah, evil is just one of those things that God did create and he is utilizing, for his higher purposes, because you cannot know what's good if there is no evil. That's the thing about, evil and all this stuff. And once again, like these religious people and all this stuff, they think that, they are exempt from evil and all this stuff. But I'm here to tell you that you're not, you're not, and you Christian folks, I mean, I know certain Christians will, you know, tune into this and all that stuff, and that's fine. And many other religions and all that stuff, that's fine too. But here, the thing about this is that evil will continue. And honestly, as I'm being led by the Spirit of God too, yeah, evil really be coming upon certain individuals and beings that these certain individuals and beings, it's like they be more or less like see it to believe it type people, and this is why I be telling you certain people and beings like all these different matters, because like it honestly, evil really be coming upon these people the most, if I'm being real, and these certain individuals and beings, evil comes upon these people the most. I'm just being very real, because this stuff is not just like a horror movie and all this stuff. No, evil is real. And yeah, these people who see it to believe it, and they don't believe in the devil and all this stuff, and they think like everything is just of love and God is just love and that's it. No. that's where you're going wrong at. I'm being very real, and I'm being led by the Spirit of God concerning this. No, evil is real, and evil is something that nobody is truly exempt from, if I'm being real. Nobody. And see, the thing about this is that everybody does experience different level of this stuff too, if I'm being real concerning evil. Some people are more protected than others from it, and then others just experience it, on this high level, and getting into that as well. These people who do be experiencing evil on this high level and all this deep stuff, God is like definitely, God is, more or less in the midst of this stuff, is what I'm saying, because he does see these people's true intentions, and who they will like more or less become and all this stuff. And a lot of these people be having these evil intentions, is what I'm saying, that they don't really share or tell anybody. But God and the devil know, I'm being real. And yeah, getting back into evil and this high level of evil, yeah, like these people who do be experiencing this stuff and all this stuff, a lot of the times concerning these certain people and individuals and beings, they truly, they're like see it to believe it type people. And what I mean by that is like, they don't believe in anything spiritual concerning God and the devil. I'm not talking about anything outside of that. I'm not talking about anything outside of that, literally. But anyhow, they see it to believe it. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in the devil. They don't believe anything spiritual. It's all about what they see. They got to see it to believe it, and all that funny stuff, if I'm being real. And see, the thing about this is like, these certain people, like they're just more or less like, they see it to believe it type people. I'm going to be real with you. They're rebellious. And a lot of these people just be truly prideful, and they don't believe in anything spiritual, once again. And see, the devil knows this too. That's what you got to realize too about these people. The devil knows this stuff, regardless who you are hearing this. The devil knows this stuff though. And see, another thing too is like, I mean, these people, like I said, they see it to believe it. So it's like they don't really, they really are like, I want to say, they don't really think that evil can come upon them. If I'm being real, they see it to believe it. People, and I'm here to tell you that these people are really delusional. If I'm being real, because evil is real. And yeah, certain people are just authorized to experience evil and on high levels is what I'm saying too. And yeah, God sees the deeper intentions with these certain individuals. This is why these certain individuals do be encountering this evil stuff and certain things, you know. It's a lot, it gets very deep concerning evil and certain individuals encountering it. But the overall, what I'm saying is that, yeah, God did create evil. And Satan does utilize it too. You know, yeah, he does. You know, with his demonic kingdom and all this stuff and all these fallen beings with him and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, evil is a real matter. And yes, you do need to defend yourself from evil, you know. But I'm being very real. I mean, there's certain things that like are just authorized to take place concerning certain individuals because God sees the bigger picture. He sees that, you know, and then another thing too, like these certain individuals, as I'm being led by the Spirit, these certain individuals, they be haters and all this stuff. And God sees this stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So these people like who be experiencing this evil stuff, like God is just like more or less done with these certain type of individuals. You know, these people are haters, they're wicked hearted and all this stuff. And God sees through all that stuff. That's what these people be underestimating when it comes to God. Like they think they're getting away. No, you're not. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, doesn't matter who you are hearing this. And yeah, evil must take place is what I'm telling you, because like once again, you cannot appreciate what's good if there is no evil is what I'm telling you. And then there's so many deeper levels and layers of that too. Yeah, of course. But yeah, I mean, evil must continue. And it is not, once again, it's not no horror movie. It's not it's not just a movie concerning evil. Evil is real. And many certain individuals and beings, I want to say, will experience evil and all that stuff, you know. And then see, here's another thing too, you know, as I'm being led by the Spirit, there is certain people too who, you know, may hear this and all this stuff, and that's fine, you know. They know about this stuff too, and then they still reject God, you know, after God like delivers them out of something or something like that, they still reject God. You see what I'm saying? So you cannot. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Evil must continue because these people they don't have interest in God. These certain people they reject God and all this stuff. So all this stuff plays a role in, you know, this evil stuff being a real matter is what I'm saying, because it is real. That's what I'm telling you. Evil is real and it will continue. And yeah, I mean, the partakers who are carrying out this evil, yeah, it is of Satan's kingdom. You know, I want to say majority of all the evil that has taken place, yeah, it does concern Satan's kingdom and Satan's people and all that stuff, you know, carrying out certain stuff. Yeah. And these people will be judged and punished and much worse stuff concerning certain people who are, well, I want to say all these individuals who are partaking in carrying out the evil that Satan is using them to do. Yeah, they will be, they're already judged and they will be severely punished and go into very dark places. But certain things will still take place concerning evil, you know. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, evil is, there's many stages and versions, I want to say, of evil too. And honestly, yeah, these versions just consist of like, you know, you have a low level of evil, you have a mediocre level of evil, and then you have this high level where, you know, stuff is just like, you know, on a high level, you know, and it's just something that people least expect and all that stuff. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, and me personally, I mean, certain people may ask like about me concerning evil, you know, and all the stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna be very transparent. Yeah, I have experienced evil, and there's much more stuff I will experience. Yes, you know. But see, here's the thing though about me, like, and this always been me concerning this type of stuff and just God and the devil and all this stuff. Me personally, like, I'm not a see it to believe it. That's the thing about me. And that's what makes me different from a lot of you people and you certain beings. I'm not see it to believe it. No, I know this stuff is real. That's what you got to realize about me. But this does not apply to everybody, no matter if you're hearing this or not. This does not apply to everybody because a lot of people, they will hear this and all this stuff and certain beings, and they still will be see it to believe it. And see, this is that's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, God is aware of these matters, whether you believe this or not. God is aware of these matters. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell these certain individuals and beings because evil is real and certain people will encounter it on very high levels, if I'm being real. And yeah, I mean, I just don't have much to say about it because it's not no horror movie or all that stuff. No. You know, this stuff is real and there's many versions of it as well. And yeah, I mean, evil takes place on so many levels and it's just very unexpected. And you're more or less not going to be protected from this stuff at all if you do not, if you are not in God and you just reject God, yeah, you're going to be very much more liable to this. I'm being real. I'm being very real. And evil can come in so many forms. You know, that's what I'm saying. It could start off like, all this stuff is stimulating from the spirit realm, though, if I'm being real. But then it will come into fruition, I want to say naturally, too, in the natural realm. And these people experience evil. Yeah. And, I mean, this stuff is not a game, because it's just so many forms and versions of evil. And, I don't really have to get into the depth of that, as I'm being led by the Spirit. But yeah, I mean, evil is going to be a relevant thing for quite some time, just being real. And there's nothing I can really, say concerning this besides like, you people just got to stop being see it to believe it, you certain individuals. But I know majority of you're going to still be see it to believe it regardless, because certain things are just designed by God this way, if I'm being real. But I'm just letting you know that I'm not a part of that stuff. And yeah, I already know evil is real. And once again, I am prepared for evil in many different ways. And people, that's another thing that people don't be knowing concerning me, because a lot of people just, they think that they look at me on the surface and all this stuff, and this has nothing to do with me, but I'm just sharing certain things concerning this. But stuff is real and evil is real, and God is aware of the evil and he is in the midst of this stuff too, believe it or not. And yeah, I mean, evil will be a relevant thing. So my thing is, do not be a see it to believe it. You need to, God's people, yeah, as I'm being led by the Spirit, yeah, you need to be very close to God concerning evil and your prayer life and all this stuff. And you need to be, talking to God concerning this stuff, way ahead of time, if I'm being real, concerning evil, and this is not for everybody. And if you're evil hearing this and all this stuff, I mean, God is going to seriously get you. It doesn't matter who you are hearing this, especially if you're evil and all that stuff, because yeah, God is going to get you, you're evil, man, you don't got to just worry about hell and all that stuff. No, trust me, evil people, God does very serious things with beyond hell, trust me, but with all that being said, yeah, evil is real and it will continue to take place. And there's many versions and stages of evil, so you cannot underestimate anything, if I'm being real, because evil can come in many forms. It can come magically, it can come spiritually, it can come physically, it can come mentally, it can come in so many realms. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But with all that being said, yeah, I'm out.